can see, he's only got 1, 2, 3 cars ahead of him, and a relatively clear track, the best of the Audis. That should be the second of the Audis, Tom Coronel, but due to media commitments around the Dutch Grand Prix, Tom is not taking the start of the race, and therefore Ashkona has kind of a clear track to his right-hand side to shut the door. Ashkona. I've got to get his name right. I've been pronouncing it wrong all season. I've got the inflection in the wrong place. Michael Ashkona. Teddy Claret next up in the Peugeot. Had a good run yesterday. Peugeot looking good. And brother Jimmy with that engine problem in qualifying. That's why he's further back on the grid. And then the first of the Sebastian Loeb Hyundai Elantras. Nils Langeveld nearly had the opportunity to get a couple of positions extra at the end of race 1 when Girolami and Ashkona started to fight, ultimately finishing in P3 and could have a good chance here if he gets a good start. Franco Girolami, so frustrated after yesterday's race, almost tears coming out of his eyes when we spoke. Such was his frustration. Did such a good job of leading the race up until, well, the last lap where he lost it at turn. Now, Jack Young has a very heavy Honda. Davidovski does not, but it is downhill into the first corner, so where the drags up the hill, where you're carrying the extra 60 kilos, will make it more of a struggle. The downhill parts may be to his advantage. Maybe he'll just have a bit more traction off the line, Jack Young, than Davidovski. Either way, though, with Galash behind as well, and then Gavrilov, not so much experience there. Jack could, if he gets a good start, give himself a little bit of a buffer before the chasing pack gets through. Race 2s are always exciting. Let's see how it goes here at the Nürburgring. Around the outside, there's not going to be much room for him there, but it's the inside for the second turn. There's no contact further back, and Ashkona is up into second position already. There's Davidovski, Taufik, and Nicolas Bart trying to go side by side through turn 2. There's a PSS Honda doing the dive down the inside. That's Franco Girolami. No, it's not. It's Davidovski, sorry. And Davidovski gets put sideways as they all get into each other. He was being very, very aggressive. And Davidovski then puts the back of the pack, and Franco Girolami has the inside now to try and get past. Sjakan Galash, who is holding on to that third position. There is Davidovski now side by side with Dusan Borkovic. I wonder how much damage. It would look to wheel damage, so sometimes you can bend a toe arm or something like second. Then a gap to Galash, who's holding up Franco Girolami. And then Teddy Claret, and Gavrilov has faded a little bit. Expect of Gavrilov to be a bit better. Cold tyres through this almost flat out left-right. Big swapper there from Joachim Galash in the short Hyundai i30. Got to turn in just a little bit earlier on the first lap. Let those tyres do their sliding, knowing that they're not really up to temperature as yet of ski. That's Jimmy Claret in the second. The Peugeot is trying to get through. Mato Homola, and then Mato Homola's got Felice Jelmini behind him. Today's race, and he's done it again. That was a great move from the Argentine. Now can he get his head down, not ask too much of these hand-cooked tyres, and try and close down the gap to his championship rival Ashkona, especially as Nils Langeveld has not made any progress. Still in 8th position, the Dutchman. There he is, tucked under the rear wing of Benani, who really hasn't shown form here this weekend. Those Elantras in the hands of the Moroccans and Jelmini and the Italian really have struggled, but Nils Langeveld has managed to find pace where the rest have not. Look at that, 3 Sebastian Loeb Elantras at the tail of the field for Taufik. He's able to convert it to a victory. And Michael Ashkona takes another 40 points in TCR Europe. It's another double victory after